So UK Garage, dope. Let's see how to make some drums. So let's listen to the drums alone. So there are quite a few things going on, so let's go step by step. Here we have the kick. It's really straight. Then we have the snare. Then we have what I call like the shuffle snare. So we have these offbeat snares. And then we have the clap, two kind of claps that are kind of playing the same role as the shuffle snare, but they have different textures, so it becomes more interesting. So let's listen to these two claps. Okay, so this is the main thing. Then let's go to the rest of the drum. We have the shaker. So now let's go with the shaker. Really simple. We have 1/8 note. These are the velocity I programmed. Really simple, nothing too crazy. Then let's add some other shaker loops, which gives some more texture, and I also like playing with them because I just go like full random mode. I just switch between different shakers and I see what grows best. Then let's go with another shaker. So this is doing kind of the same thing as the first shaker, but it has differently distributed velocities and also different textures. So it's acting more like a layer of the first shaker, while the second one is kind of implementing and adding some accents in some pockets here and there. Then let's go with the close hat. So this is an offbeat. Now let's go with the open hat, which is what really gives the spin in a UK garage tune. So this sound is really crucial. You have to pick the right sample, you have to kind of manipulate it so it fits the pocket and the mix nicely. So you have to care about EQing decisions, sample picking decisions, and eventually even like the envelope. So I like to kind of tighten them a bit so they just don't overwhelm the whole high frequency spectrum, high frequency range. Now let's go with the second hat. So this is on the beat and it's kind of an accent for the kick and snare. So this isn't adding anything rhythm-wise, but it's adding that little kind of spark, that attack. So rhythm-wise, isn't adding anything to the whole thing, but it's adding like a bit of attack to the kick and the snare. As you can see, without it, the kick and the snare sound a bit like dull, and with this one, they kind of pierce nicely through the mix. Then we have these other kind of shaker, eggs. So these are adding some more low-level noise, so they are kind of filling the empty spaces within one beat and the other, so it's kind of a texturing thing. And finally, we have the ride. This is not like mandatory. It depends on the tune, on the vibe, so it's just this thing. So it's just for transitioning purposes. So this is how you can make a UK garage drum beat and experiment with loops, because they are great. You don't have to skip them, because they really help with making the whole thing more like organic and feel authentic, almost like if they are sampled. And you can kind of chop them and rearrange some hits, if like you have two shaker hits that are great, but you want to rearrange them so you can play just like with MIDI and make. And this approach allows for like using a few sounds from project to project, but you can also, with those limitations, reinvent yourself and come up with new vibes, with new swings, new grooves, call them whatever you want. So this is it. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one.